Are you a nurse looking to apply for a job in the UK, but you feel very overwhelmed by the process and you have no idea where to start your search from? Look no further. In this video, I'll be teaching you websites where you can apply for vacancies, how you can go about applying for vacancies, and how you can navigate the application process. And by the end of this video, I hope you'll be confident enough to start your application process and begin your application for jobs in the UK. There is a disclaimer. I'm not like a HR person or anything like that. Neither do I work in recruitment, but I've applied for jobs in the past and I just want to share with you my experience of job application process in the UK. If you are from a red-list country like Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Botswana, I think there are a whole lot of countries on that list. You can't apply through an agency to help you get jobs in the UK. You have to apply directly to the employers. So by employers, I mean NHS, care homes, private hospitals, and people that have the ability to sponsor your COS when you come into the country. And because we have to apply directly to these employers, it has become quite a little bit harder because we are competing with people who apply through agencies, and the truth is that people who use agencies actually get jobs a little bit faster than we do. But that does not mean you should give up. Keep applying and one day you are going to get your dream job in the UK. If you want a job in the NHS, the two major websites I would recommend you use are www.jobs.nhs.uk and Trac.jobs. Those are the two major websites that have like a collection of all NHS vacancies. Whether you're a nurse, you're a midwife, you're a mental health nurse, whatever kind of nurse you are. And not even just for nurses, for occupational therapists, for doctors, for dietitians. Any vacancy that has to do with the NHS will definitely be on www.jobs.nhs.uk or Trac.jobs. If you are looking forward to work in a care home, I think one of the major websites for care homes is www.carehome.co.uk.jobs. And then there are also private hospitals that have the ability to sponsor COS. I've met one or two people that have told me, oh, they work for a private hospital and they are international nurses. So you can also look to apply to private hospitals if they are interested in sponsoring your COS as an international nurse. Other websites that you can also find, whether it's NHS jobs, care home jobs, or private hospital jobs, we have Total Jobs, we have LinkedIn, we have CV Library, we have Glassdoor, we have Indeed, we have Reed, we have Monster, Trac.jobs, and Job Rapido. I'm pretty sure there are several websites out there, but these are the ones that I've accumulated for this video. So you can go on this website and start your job application process. Another thing you can try if you've been applying on this website is to send cold emails to the employers directly. By cold emails, I just mean that you're sending an email to these employers telling them that, look, I am XYZ, I have this amount of experience as an international nurse, and I'm looking forward to working in your hospital. One way by which you can send cold emails is by searching for the hospital you want to work in on Google, and then it will show you the contact. Search for the contacts of the hospital. Most likely you see their email address on their website, and then you can send an email to those email address you found on the website. Anyway, we'll talk about cold emails later, and I'll give you like an example you can follow to send cold emails to these organizations. If you are applying on websites like Trac or NHS.jobs, you really don't need a CV because there's like an application process on those websites. But if you're applying through a cold email, you actually need a CV to attach to those emails. So here is the website, apps.trac.jobs, and I'm just going to click on this. So this is what the website looks like when you first click on it. Have an account already, you can just go ahead and sign in. But if you're a new person, you have to create an account. You put in your email address there, you click I am not a robot, and then you create your account. But I have an account already, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign in. If you want to look for a job, you come to this area here where it says find a job, and then you click on that job search. If you want them to send you emails about job vacancies, you can click on that also, but we are just going to go here to job search. This is what the website looks like for the job search. As you can see nursing and midwifery, health science services, support services, whatever you're looking for, as long as it's NHS related, you will find it on Trac. Medical and dental, emergency services. Since we are nurses, we are going to go to nursing and midwifery. When it comes to job search, you can be very specific with your search, or you can be like very broad with your search. It's asking for keywords here. I'm going to type in staff nurse. you can just put in nurse or registered nurse or whatever it is that comes to your mind. Here it's saying, do you have any occupation in mind? If you click on this, you can see all the different occupations in NHS. If you are a general nurse and you don't mind working in any place, you don't have to pick like anyone. But if you have like a specialty that you're interested in working in, you can come ahead here and pick your specialty. Maybe you work in pediatrics, you can pick pediatrics. If you work in mental health, you can go ahead and look for mental health nursing. If you work in accident and emergency, you can go ahead and look for accident and emergency. Nursing services, A&E, minor injuries, ops ward. If you work in, where else? We have renal. If you work in prison nursing, whatever it is that is a specialty, you can go ahead and pick. But if you are like a general nurse and you don't mind working in any place as long as you have a job, just leave it at any occupation. Then it says, are you looking for a particular grade? Most likely, if you are just coming into the UK, you are going to be placed on entry grade band 5. But if you are looking for like a particular grade, if you are not like looking to enter into band 5, you can go ahead and pick band 6, band 7, band 8A. Those are higher bands, but we are entry level band 5. Then it says, where would you like to work? So obviously we want to work in the UK. And then he says, what location are you looking to work in? So since we are trying to like get a job, I would say don't be too picky. Just leave it on any location and any organization, and like shoot your shots when it comes to application at anywhere that comes to you. But if you have like a particular location in mind, maybe you've done your research and you found out that certain places are cheaper than the others, you can come right ahead here and pick whatever location you want. So if you want to work in Norfolk, you want to work in Staffordshire, Suffolk, all the locations in the UK are here. So here it's just going to be any organization, but let me pick a particular location. So I'm just going to choose Bedfordshire. You'll see that all the organizations or NHS Foundation Trust in Bedfordshire are going to come out. You can see Frimley Health NHS. Yeah, these are all the organizations in Bedfordshire, and then you can pick one of those. The thing about choosing a particular location and choosing a particular hospital is that your job search will only be streamlined to the vacancies available in that particular hospital. If you have like a particular hospital, maybe you've heard like good things about this hospital and you want to work with them, you can streamline your search to the location and then streamline your search to the hospital. I would say if you are just coming into the UK, don't be too picky. Just leave it at any location and leave it at any organization. Let us search. When you don't streamline your search, it shows you vacancy from all areas in the UK. As you can see, this is from Gateshead Health NHS Foundation Trust in Blading. This one is from another NHS Trust. This is from East Lancashire Hospitals NHS Trust, and you'll be working in medicine. And this is staff nurse Swansea. Like you would see vacancies from different hospitals. Let's see what it looks like when you streamline your search to a particular hospital. So let's say I've heard about the West Midlands. It's very cheap there, things are affordable there, like rent and stuff like that. So I decide, of course I want to work in the West Midlands, and then I'm going to choose the Royal Wolverhampton NHS Trust because I've heard good things about the hospital, and they're like an NHS trust I would like to work in. So I'm going to choose that, and then we can set. So now as you can see, this is the only vacancy available in the Royal Wolverhampton NHS Trust, and only just one vacancy has come out, and it is specialty in chemotherapy, oncology, hematology, and band 5. So this is what happens when you streamline your search. You only see one vacancy or whatever vacancy is particular to that trust. But when you broaden your search and leave it at any location, any organization, you just it brings out all the vacancies available to you. But let's look at this vacancy anyway. So I'm going to click on that. If you look here, you can see they're telling you that if you are interested in this job, this is the area you'll be working in: chemotherapy, oncology, and hematology. This will be your grade, band 5, and you'll be working for full time. You'll consider 30 hours if needed. That's if you're on a contract, they can consider 30 hours. But if you're working full time, you are supposed to work 37.5 hours per week. That's the salary range. So 27,055. So this is the lowest you can earn, and this is the highest you can earn in this band 5 position. If you come here, this is kind of important. It's showing you that this application is going to close on 5th of June 2023 by 11:59. So whatever you are doing in this application, make sure you finish it before this date. People say that try to apply for jobs that have only come out within a week, because there are lots of people applying for the same job. You're not the only one applying for the job. Sometimes they only consider like the first 100 applications, or they have like a target number that they're considering. Once they reach that target number, they stop receiving applications, even though the closing date for the application is not yet over. People say like apply for jobs within the first week, but from my experience, try to apply for as many jobs as possible. As long as it's not yet past the closing date, still try to apply for jobs, even like just give it a shot. The job I finally got, I applied for it like 2 to 3 days before it closed, and I got it. So I would say don't let anybody discourage you from getting a job. When you come here, you have an idea of the job overview. You can see to provide high quality nursing care and participate in the plan, assessment, planning, implementation, and evaluation of the care needs of the patient group. Here it tells you like the main duties, what they expect of you when you be working in this job. This is what it will be like when you work for this organization, the Royal Wolverhampton NHS Trust. This is an idea of the job description and main responsibilities. I know this seems like a lot, but this thing is actually very important. This job description and main responsibilities will be very useful when you are writing your supporting statement for this application later. So it's always good to go through it and then use it when you are writing your personal statement or supporting statements later. This is the person specification. They want this passport. They want someone that has had chemotherapy experience, minimum experience of 2 years within chemotherapy, and this is what they want for this job. This sponsorship part is actually very important, because if they tell you that they are not ready to sponsor any COS and you apply for this job, then it will just be a waste of your time. Applications from job seekers who require sponsorship to work in the UK are welcome and will be considered alongside all other applications. This is a job that international nurses can apply for because they are telling you that they are ready to sponsor your COS. If you don't see this part, or if you see this part and they are telling you that if you require a sponsorship, please don't apply, then don't bother applying for that job. Applicant requirements: you must have appropriate UK professional registration. I would advise that you download all these documents. This is band 5 job description or personal specification. This will be telling you about the job description in more detail, so I'll advise that you download this document. It tells you about the trust, it tells you what they expect from you, it tells you what they are ready to give you. So have a good look at all these documents, download them, and then you can start your application. Then if you maybe you are trying to apply for the job and you have like 1 or 2 questions, you can always contact this person through email as an international nurse, and I'm sure this person will be happy to help you out with your application. If you work in London, you are paid a little bit extra for working in like a high cost area. So let's just apply for the one in London. Hopefully it doesn't say anything about NMCP. Let's click on this. Apply online now. This is what the application process looks like. If you're applying for vacancies on websites, most likely you don't need a CV because the application process is so rigorous that it's almost like a CV. And when you're applying on Trac or probably any other website, the first application is like the hardest. After your first application, what a website like Trac does is that it saves your information, and then for subsequent applications, it just automatically fills in the answers. This is the first part. It's asking, do you meet the requirement detailed in the person specification? If you do, just click yes. Are you currently an employee? Oh, I'm not, so I'm just going to click no. And it says to choose your immigration status. If you're already in the UK, most likely you have a skilled work visa that was sponsored by your current employer. If you are coming from outside the UK, this will be the one that you will choose. I do not have a visa or right to work in the UK. When you say you do not have a visa or right to work in the UK, you are telling the employer that I would require you to sponsor my COS so that I can get a visa that will allow me to come work for your company in the UK. If you wish to provide any additional information regarding your right to work, and you can do so here. Maybe you can put your passport number there. You can also create like an online CV on Trac. That way, whenever you want to do a subsequent application, it automatically fills that for you. But I'm just going to use a blank form to launch application. As you can see, we have the part of the personal details, we have the part of the application questions, the references, equal opportunities, and I think that's all. So let's have a look at the personal details section. On personal details, it asks for your title, your full name, middle name, surname, your address, what city you are in, your postcode if you have one, work telephone, mobile telephone. When you are done, you can say save or save and next. In disclosure of information, it's just asking you, are you related to a member or employee of this trust? If you have somebody who is working there already, you press yes, but I don't have, so no. Actually, the relation relation's name, the relation's post, your relationship with this person. Are you currently subject to any disciplinary action? So that's no. If yes, please give details. Have you ever been dismissed from your previous employment? So that's no. If you have, you press yes and you give the post, the date and reason for dismissal. So no. And then you can go to save and next. In this part of Rehabilitation of Offenders Act 1974, it's just asking you like, do you have any criminal record or whatever, and you just press no. Have you at any time received, or just no. Does your name appear? No. Just go to save and next. In declaration, it's just telling you like just to declare that the above information I'm giving is correct. You sign it, put the date, tick it, save. Go to the application questions. So in application questions, they ask for your education and training, the schools, colleges and universities you've gone to or been to, your training courses. Let's start with education and training. If you open this, it asks you like for your place of study. I would say to just start from your college. So maybe you've been to like, let me say XYZ University. You had your bachelor's of nursing sciences there. Add subjects. So subjects, nursing, science, the grade or results. Maybe you graduated with a first class or a second class, upper or lower. I don't know how they grade different things in different countries, but in my country back home it used to be like that: first class, second class, upper, lower, things like that. And what date was it obtained? So maybe like September 2013, and then you save that. So if you want to add another place like school you went to, you press this, add place of study to top. If you want to add the subject, you press add to subject. So this time you went to EFG University. What did you have here? Maybe you had like a master's in accidents and emergency, and your grade, I don't know what grades they give for masters. Let me just put like a first class, or let me say like a second class, upper. I don't know how they grade master students, sorry. And what date did you get that? Maybe you got that in March 2017, and that's how you do it. And if you've been to like 5 or 6 schools, add everything. Maybe you had like a postgraduate course or whatever, add everything in this place and save and next. In training courses out there, maybe you had like your basic, life, support, and the date you had it. Maybe you had it in March 2018. Maybe you had like an intravenous cannulation training, and you had that in like April 2019. You know, whatever training that you've had that you feel is going to be very important to this job that you're applying for, add it in this place. And maybe you had like an ICT course, like an information communication course. You put it here. Why I'm putting like ICT is because information communication technology, right? It's because I think most hospitals in the UK use computers. So when you put like ICT, you are letting the employer know that, oh, I'm going to be good with like computers and things like that, and learning stuff like that won't be difficult for me. So as much trainings as you feel will be important for this course, add it in this place. So save and next. Here we have proposed further qualification. Maybe you have it in mind to have your master's, or maybe say like a postgraduate diploma in critical care nursing. That can be like a postgraduate diploma. Or maybe you have the intention to study, you know, whatever it is that you have the intention to study, you want to go for like an anesthetic course or whatever it is, put it in proposed further qualifications and say professional registration. If you have like a professional registration from back home, you can put in order here, the registration number, the expiry date, whenever it's expiring, any other information relevant. So maybe you can put in like your body, missing, registration number, maybe like 12C0987GH, and it's expiring March 2028. Yep, I think that should be good to go. Save your current job, course or other main activity. What is your current main activity? It's likely if you are employed full or part-time students, retired, extended period. I'm just going to choose employed full or part-time. When did you start at this current job? Pick the date, February 2021, and the job type too, if applicable. So I don't know, different jobs, different job title, but I know the most popular one is staff nurse. And then here you have to put a description of your duties and responsibilities and hours if employed. When you are putting in your duties and responsibilities, don't list it. Put it like you're writing an essay, like a paragraph. Don't just say I work for 40 hours per week. Then next point, I do vital signs. Put it like it's an essay, like maybe like one paragraph saying that this is what you do, this is what you don't do. So yeah, you put your employer name, your address, country. After current job, it's going to ask you for activities prior to above, starting with the most recent. So please include all periods of employment, unemployment, study, travel, etc. as necessary to cover a minimum period of the last 3 years. There should be no gaps in your activity history for the last 3 years. Here, they're asking like what jobs have you been doing for the past 3 years? So whether you've been working, whether you've been schooling, or even if you took like a break, maybe you took like a break, like a sick break or a sick leave or a maternity leave or whatever it is, put it in there. Let your employer know like what you've been doing for the past 3 years. So ask for your employer's name, also your nursing responsibilities, and why did you leave if applicable. But if you've been at this current job for 3 years, then you don't really need to fill in all these ones. Supporting information. I think this is the hard part of your application. Well, maybe not, but your supporting information is just to tell the employer like, why should you hire me? This is like a statement that says that. So as you can see here, it says please read the job description and person specification carefully. So this is why you need to read the job description and make full use of this section. Provide further information in support of your application. Please be sure to include the reasons why you're applying for the post, details of any relevant experience gained either in a paid or voluntary capacity, details of any training, education or other interests relevant to the post, and details of personal attributes you have to support your application. They want a maximum of 1,500 words, so you don't really have to like put in 1,500 words, but let your supporting information be good enough that it says to the employer like, employ me. When you're like doing your supporting information, let it be like an essay form, like a paragraph. Don't just like list like I am a compassionate nurse, and then you go to the next line and be like, I worked in so company. I did not, like, let it be like in an essay form, like, very attractive and stuff like that. Inter-authority transfers. I think this part is just saying like, if you currently work in the NHS and your application for this post is successful, it will speed up the pre-employment checks process and help to ensure that you are paid on the correct grade if you are prepared to give your consent to it. So this is just for if you've been working in the NHS before and you're trying to transfer to another NHS trust. So this one does not apply to us. Not applicable. I'm not currently employed in NHS. If you feel you are done with each section, you can always mark them as complete. Then here, references. Most employers will ask for references to cover all your activities for the past 3 years. If you've only worked in like one place for the past 3 years, I guess you only need like one reference rather from that place. But if you've worked in like 3 places for the past 3 years, you need one person from each place that you've worked in. And if you went to like school during that period, you need like a lecturer or like a teacher there or wherever. If you are successful prior to appointment, we'll take up as many references as needed to cover all activities, including periods of employment and full-time education that you've undertaken over the past 3 years. Please include your work email address where possible to avoid any unnecessary delays. Just put in the references. If you want to add another one, press that button. In equal opportunities, as a large public employer, we have a legal duty to monitor our recruitment and selection processes to ensure that all applicants are treated fairly. So here they just ask about your origin, do you have any disability, and how did you learn of this vacancy. Yeah, just your gender, marital status, single, married, your date of birth, in ethnic origin. So you just put like where you're from. As you can see, like there are a lot of origins. and inequality and diverse monitoring. Just asking about like your sexual orientation, so your religious beliefs, and disability. It just asks you like, oh, do you have any disability? Is there a way like they can help you function better in your job with the disability? How did you learn of the vacancy? Just pick like how you learned of the vacancy here. That's all. You would be done with your application, submit your application, and then it would go. You can only pray for the best. So as you can see, the first application is the hardest. Most likely when you finish your first application, Trac is going to save your details. Subsequent applications will be much more easier. Only thing you would have to fill then will be your supporting information and your current job, course, or other main activity. I think this website used to be known as NHS websites before, but I think they've done like a rebranding on their website and it's now known as www.jobs.nhs.uk. Kind of similar to Trac also. If you didn't have an account here before, you also create an account. On NHS Jobs, if you want to search for jobs, you go to search, and if you want to view like your existing applications, you go to your applications. With NHS Jobs also, they're asking for keywords or job reference, so just go and start. Location, you want a particular location, we are just going for all locations. Distance, minimum salary, just put in any and then search. The good thing about NHS Jobs is that there are like additional filters right here, and set a filter like this is the range or salary I want, and then this is the band I want, band 5. Most important filter is that you can set a filter here, posted date. If I choose anytime, that means I want to see the vacancies that are available that were posted at any time. If I want to see the vacancies that came out today, I will choose today and then apply filters, and you can see 86 job vacancies came out today, and then you can apply to these ones because they just came out today. They are still very fresh. That's the good thing about this website that I like. Maybe if you don't want today, you want to see, okay, I want last 2 days, apply filters, and then you see that 378 jobs have been available since the last 2 days. So it just depends on if you want the last 7 days, apply filter, and yeah, the jobs have increased. Yeah, let's do the one for today. That the jobs that have come out today. You can see posted on the 31st May 2023 and is closing 13th June 2023. So these jobs are very fresh. They just came out today. So you can apply and you have like a higher chance being picked for this job than applying for a job that came out 2 weeks ago or a week ago. The application process is quite the same thing. You know, they ask you all those questions, they ask you for your supporting statements, and that's it. If you want to write a cold email, we're going to get into it, the steps, or I'm going to get into like giving you an example of a cold email that you can send to an employer. Apart from writing the email, I would advise that you attach your IELTS results along with that email. You attach your CBT results. You can also attach your CV, stating the places you worked in, like a good proper CV. Add like some necessary documents that you feel the employer would ask you about. So like when you send that email, the employer can say, past IELTS, past CBT, has the necessary experience you are looking for. Maybe we should hire this person. Don't just send like an empty email to the employer. Send like a proper email attached with some documents so that they can know that you are serious about this job. So like I said earlier, cold emails are just when you send like random emails to employers and hoping that they reply to them and offer you a job position. Cold emails is actually a good way to go. I've heard of people on social media who have gotten their jobs through cold emails. When you send an email, you don't just reach out to the employer and send anyhow email. You know, you have to think about it and think about what's going to be in the email. Here is an example of a cold email. So when you are sending a cold email or any email for that matter, it has to have like a subject. So you have to put like a subject like application for the post of a registered nurse or something to let them know that you're applying for a particular post. You can decide to be fancy and say, "A passionate registered nurse seeking exciting opportunities at your company." So you put in the name of the company in there. Just something that will catch their attention and know that, oh, this person is trying to apply for a particular job position in this company or in this NHS trust. In the body of the email, you put the dear sir or ma. Better to put dear sir or ma simply because you're not sure where exactly is going to read this email and you don't want to offend anybody by putting dear sir and it happens to be a ma that reads it, or you put dear ma and it happens to be a sir that reads it. The body of the email now. I hope this email finds you well. My name is XYZ. You put in your name there, and I'm a dedicated and compassionate nurse with a strong desire to contribute my skills and expertise to your company. So you put in the name of the company in here. Having extensively researched your esteemed organization's commitment to providing exceptional patient care and innovative healthcare solutions, I'm excited to express my interest in joining your team. With 5 years of experience, that's if you have 5 years of experience, whatever years of experience you have, put it in there. With 5 years of experience in accident and emergency, renal, theaters, critical care, medicine, surgery, whatever specialty you've worked in, whether general or a specific one, put it in there. I have developed a solid foundation in delivering high quality care, fostering patients' well-being, and collaborating effectively with multidisciplinary teams. Throughout my career, I have demonstrated a strong work ethic, exceptional interpersonal skills, and a genuine passion for improving patients' lives. In this second paragraph or third paragraph, if you have like any skills that is very specific to you or that are like your strong points, you might want to put it in here. So this is like a general email, so you might want to just use this and then modify it to yourself. What sets me apart is my ability to, in here you mention a unique skill or accomplishment that you've done that is relevant to the role that you're applying for or your industry. I pride myself on my mention a specific attribute or accomplishment that showcases your strengths. Maybe you won the best nurse award in your current employment, or you've done something amazing, or you had like you did something that was very amazing. You might want to add it in here, which I believe will greatly contribute to the positive outcomes and success at your company. I am particularly drawn to mention the name of the company in here. Reputation for, maybe they are like the biggest NHS trust in the UK, or maybe they are like well known for their renal department, or maybe they've done like some groundbreaking rules currently. You might want to add that in here. You mentioned a specific aspect of the company's work or values that align with yours. It makes the company realize that, oh, this is a very good person, this person has done his or her research. Maybe they have a reputation for their passionate care, or for their delivery or improvement or learning or their research. You might want to add it in here. Your commitment to mention a specific value they have or their mission deeply resonates with my own professional philosophy, and I'm eager to collaborate with a team that shares the same dedication to excellence. I would greatly appreciate the opportunity to discuss how my skills and experience align with the needs of company name. I have attached my resume for your review, so don't forget to attach your resume. And when you're attaching your resume, don't just like send a weird document. Make sure that you rename that document with your name. Like, so maybe your name is Frank Smith. Put Frank Smith's resume. I have attached my resume for your review, and I'm confident that my qualifications make me a strong candidate for any suitable nursing positions currently available. Thank you for considering my application. I look forward to the possibility of meeting with you to discuss how I can contribute to the continued success of company name. Please feel free to contact me at, leave your phone number, or more conveniently, your email address at your convenience. Warm regards, your name and your contact information. With this, you make sure if you're an international nurse, you are attaching your IELTS results, and also make sure that whatever documents that you're sending that contains your IELTS results, you are renaming it Frank Smith TS results. Your CBT, Frank Smith CBT's results, so that they know that, oh, you are like, very serious about these. You've passed your IELTS, you have passed your CBT. You can also mention whatever stage you are in the NMC registration process. So maybe you've done your police report. You can mention it. It lets them know like, oh, you're very serious about this, and this is the candidate that would like to consider. I hope this is very useful for you, and I wish you the very best. Just keep trying. I know it's become very difficult, especially when you are like from a red list country and you're trying to apply for jobs. It's gotten quite difficult, but I would say like you shouldn't give up. You should just try applying. One day you're going to get your dream job. So apply through the website. You can apply to NHS websites, to the care homes, to anyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video very, very, very useful. I hope you are more confident now to embark on your job search in the UK. Thank you for watching. Bye and have a nice day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. And if you have like any comments, any suggestions, or maybe you've had like a different experience, you can leave it in the comment section and we can have a chat there. Thank you.